Alright, so today I'm back with yet another chapter review, and today we will go over chapter 247, which is insane. So be sure to stick till the end because you don't want to miss it. Anyway, my name is Natsu. I'm gonna stop talking and let's get right into the chapter. However, before that, please double check if you are subscribed to the channel as you don't want to miss my chapter reviews. And while you're already down there, you can always leave a like and a comment. And with that out of the way, let's finally get into it. Chapter 247 starts off with Ryo reading some of the comments about him and Nagi. Someone saying Nagi and Ryo are dragging their feet too much and that it's no wonder their salaries are down. A lot of people are calling Nagi a one-hit wonder and even says that his goal must have been a fluke or something. Ryo looks concerned and looks over to Nagi, asking him to talk for a minute. Ryo says that now that he's down to the 16th place with a 34 million offer, it's starting to feel really dicey with the cutoff point at 23rd with 18 million. And while Nagi is still in the safe zone with 40 million, if they mess up in the next game and go down again, they could end up at 24th or even lower, which is the real danger zone. Telling Nagi that they need to put up results in the final round and that they will have to keep. But before Ryo can finish his sentence, Nagi agrees, saying that he was thinking the same thing, which shocks Ryo. Nagi has a serious and determined look on his face as he tells Ryo that the two of them need to change. He thinks about the comments and says that he's been feeling a bit off ever since they won the first round and that the fervor he had is now gone, and whatever he tries to do, he can't get it back. He's simply been feeling lost. After that, we see a couple of nice comments towards Nagi, with some of them saying that Nagi is back and that they all trust and believe in him. With that, Nagi continues saying that the moment he had didn't wait for him, and that made his nemesis further and further ahead of him. Nagi has an aura that we have never seen before, as it's like he's been completely obsessed. He looks like he's ready to give it his all, which turns out to be true as he says that if they don't start to change, then they will never reach the world's #1 spot. Ryo doesn't quite know what to say as this completely caught him by surprise. However, Nagi's eyes just keep on burning more and more as he tells Ryo that they need to change and asks him to give him some new heat. And after that, Ryo is also on board with this as his eyes turn from nothingness into determination, and he tells Nagi that if that's the case, then he's got an idea. After that, we leave those two and move on to Bastard Munchen's monitor room, where we see Noah talking to the team. Noah says that for the PXG game, they will go with a style that has a number of options to stack up both the offensive and the defense. Noah tells them that whoever comes in second will not be remembered, and if they're not #1, then they won't leave their mark on this world. He starts to walk away and says that Bastard Munchen will win and make their mark in history, which Isagi agrees on. Noah is by the door and says that he is going to bed, but that he will pass the baton to a special guest, and that guest is none other than the man himself, Jinpachi Ego, who greets Noah with a warm thank you as he tells him to shut up and to get to bed already, which is what he does. The Bastard Munchen players are a bit surprised to see Ego, but he just casually walks in and calls them diamonds in the rough and explains that he's got a few words he personally wanted to say before the final round. He starts off by saying that when the Neo-Egoist League started, he gave them the key to win and asks them if they remember what it was. Igarashi, as dumb as he is, doesn't have a clue what it is that Ego is looking for. However, someone who actually listens is Hiyori, as he says that the key was proof of originality. Ego explains that hitting the barrier of the real world as they continue to fight through the salary bidding system, and then asks them what originality means to them. Everyone is caught off guard by the question and doesn't have an answer, so Ego continues, saying that it might be their own personal playstyle, or maybe how much money they are worth. However, all of those are just superficial answers, as he tells them that originality equals hunger. The Blue Lock players look shocked, and Ego says that they weren't born with it, and it wasn't something taught to them, meaning that what someone hungers for is what makes a person's originality. In order for them to win the Neo-Egoist League, they had to rationally commit to a required role, but also continue to follow their own ideals, and voluntarily destroy and recreate themselves countless times over and over again. They have all been forced to ask themselves what it is that they really want to be. Everything from, do I want to desperately survive? Do I want to be a regular? Do I want to beat a specific person? And of course, do I want to be the #1 player? Whatever it may be that their hunger has been revealed here, it is now their own originality. We then get this magnificent panel with both Bastard Munchen and PXG playing their game in front of a huge crowd, and Ego saying that the world is waiting for them, and for that, they need to challenge their focus and the radiance of a true footballer, as it is only the ones that keep on fighting through this crazy, continuous frenzy that Ego will call professionals. He has a hungry and almost sinister look on himself as he asks his hungry egoists if they are ready to shine. Anyway, now let's get into the chapter, and let's start with Nagi and Ryo, who have been fluking so hard in these last games. Like the whole internet is on Nagi's tail, calling him a one-hit wonder. But with that said, I'm glad to see that Nagi knows that he needs to change, and not just him but Ryo as well. And it looks like Nagi really is determined to change, as just look at him. He looks like a monster who wants to get something to eat on. Like his aura is actually crazy, and can't wait to hear Ryo's plan for the two of them, as it better be good. If you have any ideas on what it could be, then please share them, as I really want to know, because something tells me that it's not over for the genius just yet. But if they were to get a power-up before the FC Barca match, it would be quite sad, because I really don't want to see Bachira losing every single one of his games. He's almost single-handedly carrying FC Barca, but it's clearly not enough, and I personally would rather see FC Barca winning over Munchen City in their next match. Now let's move on to the maniac himself, and founder of all of this, Ego Jinpachi. I really miss his little pep talk he used to have before every game, as we haven't seen him that much at all in this arc, which is understandable, as it's the Masters who's in focus, and it's them that are supposed to guide the players, but something makes him miss seeing Ego, so I was really glad when we got to see him, even though he barely said anything. I'm sure he will come back and act as a guide and mentor for the Blue Lock players when this arc is done. But if we are being honest, then this arc has been going on for a little while now. Like, I'm pretty sure that this arc is closing in on 100 chapters alone, which is a bit much, but at the same time, I can't really complain as we have gotten so many crazy moments out of his arc. Also, I really liked what Ego was saying about their originality, and that it equals hunger. Also said that what one hunger for is what makes their originality, as that's what the players have been forced to ask themselves in this arc, what they truly desire from all of this. Now lastly, I know that the game isn't far away at all, but I just can't stop thinking about what Kiyora's role in the next game will be, as he's getting more and more small panel appearances here and there. Which isn't that special, no, but he's also got a really cool aura around him, which makes him so cool. I can't even come to a conclusion as to what side he will be on. Will he be on the side with Isagi and Hiyori? Or will he go over to Kaiser and Ness? Or he might even throw a curveball and join forces with Kunigami, as he actually needs someone to back him up, as he can't do everything by himself anymore. Anyway, yeah, this is just my thoughts on it, and please leave your thoughts and theories down in the comments, as I love reading them. If you like Blue Lock in videos like this, then I would highly suggest you subscribe to this channel, and while you are at it, leave a comment and a like, as it helps out with the algorithm a ton. And if you are curious to see another video of mine, then please watch the video, which will be popping up on the screen now. Anyway, thanks for watching, and have a great day. Bye.